Hello and welcome to Dario's Comic School. And today I show you the picture I have painted, and it is John Mayer playing, I think, what is it playing? Paper Doll Live, and this is how it looks. And I will bring this to another city now, and it will be on display. And as you can see, I'm planning the next painting. I will do a few brush strokes today. This will be even bigger than the John Mayer. And I think this is Dua Lipa on a boat. And I was gone a long time from this channel, and I was doing other things. It is not that I have left comics. As you can see, The Last Pickup Artist is still in planning, but I'm also painting pictures, and I'm also painting miniatures. So I have created a different channel, and that channel is about tabletop gaming, and I was very much into painting and assembling and playing and making battle reports, but also tips on how to paint stuff. And so as you can see, my artistic juices are a bit all over the place, but I had tons of fun. And lately I'm creating also like some Napoleonic Wars. So why am I showing you this? I would say as an artist, sometimes you have multiple interests, and sometimes you need to focus on one thing so that it pays your bills. And for me, what does pay my bills? A lot of things and none of it. And I'm also concentrating on YouTube. So I think I want, I'm trying to make a good living out of art. And I'm also trying to keep my integrity. And what else? Yeah, it's just like I'm into art, and every day, if I can and want to paint, like this is what gives me purpose. And so I think we should talk about purpose, money, and society. So definitely, to earn some money, you need to provide some value, and to be able to provide that value, you need a certain level of mastery. And that mastery, that comes by doing, by experimenting, by learning, by honing your craft. And once you have that, sometimes there is demand for it. Sometimes there is no demand for it. Sometimes there is demand for stuff that you don't want to do. And then for me, a big point is also my intuition. As you can see, I was also doing bracelets a couple of years ago. I have a channel about Casio watches and watches in general. And I was playing definitely the YouTube game, and I'm still playing the YouTube game. And I'm also very much into games. So what am I talking about? As an artist, it is sometimes your discovery. So what keeps you going? And as you can see, for me, it's definitely stories, movies, music, but also how to live a good life. And right now, comics do not obsess me. Right now, what does obsess me is like painting and doing things with my hands, as you can see here. Or here we have Brad Pitt on the Fury Sherman. And this really brought me a lot of joy to paint. And lately it's not so much drawing. Yeah, I should. But as you can see, I have also created a game, and I will still sell that in a month online. But also chipping tanks with orange makes me super happy. And I'm planning to finish this comic, but I have too much on my plate. And sometimes when you have too much on your plate, what do? Well, I think you will need to assess what works, what doesn't. And what works for me is definitely painting. And what works for me is definitely also drawing, being a teacher. This is then also the illustrations of Peter Dennis. This guy illustrates a lot for Warlord games, and I like pretty much his style and how he does things. So very traditional artwork, I would say, not really digital. I think he lays down the pencils and then works either with acrylics or with aquarelle or something like this. And I really love this style. So it's a constant development of what you are and who you are as an artist, and then also trying to make a living with it and probably make a good living with it. So these are my notes. I talked a bit about John Mayer. I can show you a bit more on how I did it, but I would say to make this like really, really good and how painters do it, painters use definitely, they project something towards the canvas. I would say they trace, and not everybody, but some do, because they say that the painting, the art of painting is the real work, and so you need to get it right. And for me, as you can see, it is not on that level that a painter would paint. And also the face is not as pretty as John Mayer truly is. But overall, I would say it is a cool painting. It is a big painting, and I was struggling to go from the small picture to a big picture. Like, that's really a problem to get the proportions right. So you need a system. You could either use like something like that checkmate thing, or you could project it and then trace it with your pencil and then go in. And the colors I used hobby colors. I used the mostly not really Vallejo colors, but I used the colors that I use for painting my miniatures. And I've stolen this from what's his name? Reynolds. He draws for Magic the Gathering, so we have Magic the Gathering. Where is he? Those Magic the Gathering painters. I think Wayne England, or how it's called. I think most of them, they use oil or acrylics, and from a couple I kind of stole that they use acrylics. And here we have also sorcery. And here, if you want to know, Liquitex, that's the varnish I used. And yeah, and if you have some brushes, please, after that, use water, put water in it, use soap, and the brush will be fine, should be fine, or else it will get hard like a stone. I hope this one, yeah, man, we'll see. Yeah, what else? So then what's up with comics? Comics and stories. I'm very much into stories. Comics are now taking a break. I'm right now very much into tabletop. For stories, I have to say, stories is a vital part of my life, and there's always a thing that I will want to review the Dune book for this channel, because I think that is storytelling done right. There is the movie On the Waterfront. It's a pretty old movie, but it is storytelling done right. And then I wanted to talk about the Age of Ultron, because that's storytelling done in the worst possible way. And yeah, so I have things planned out, but I have too much on my plate. So I was focusing on the things that gave me the most return, and it was the tabletop hobby, the painting part, and also the monetization of the tabletop channel, which was a bit easier than to monetize the comic channel. And also I was much more obsessed lately with that, or for the past couple years. And then also I want to sell, it's about YouTube. earning money, putting your art on display. I will talk about that a bit more. Then there's society, school, and creative people. I didn't learn stuff like this in school. I mean, school gives you the basic stuff to become a worker bee, I would say. And sometimes there's nothing wrong with that, because that gives you everything you need to create, to make a living, being a worker for somebody else. Either it's highly paid or it pays okay. You can afford to have a car, your own place, maybe to create your family, and that is totally fine. That's good. That's a good base level. But as you can see, as an artist or as a true artist, or maybe somebody who's a bit stubborn, it doesn't really work. There's either, and I don't want to make this sound very dramatic, but it's either like this or it's like death or glory. It is like, it's coming out of me, all of this stuff. And so I kind of need to make this work. My art career, that it pays for all the bills. And then also there is something outside of work and art. And I know maybe on a lot of channels they don't speak about this because they want to keep it like super art related, but everything is related and interwoven. And so lately I'm also very much into Gary Stevenson and how maybe the rich kind of suck out the wealth from society, and and that's where you get then the stories we make, because I think art is always a reflection of life, and we artists have then maybe the mental capacity to digest what we've seen and express that feeling into comics or a game or a movie or whatever. And to create that is always a struggle. It's never easy. But yeah, I think we should keep going and not despair, and maybe do a to-do list and work on that. I will do the Dua Lipa today, and I keep you updated. And if I know how to do it in a good way and in a sustainable way, I will tell you, and we can all maybe walk to glory or something like that. So we see us.